There is a reason behind the massive influx of Americans into Paraguay. Today, I'm going to demonstrate why Asuncion, Paraguay offers a fantastic solution to the increase in cost of living in the United States of America. We'll explore how much more your money can stretch in this vibrant city by diving into key expenses like transportation, utilities, housing, and healthcare. By the end, you will have a clear understanding how relocating to Asuncion, Paraguay can significantly improve your quality of life. Let's get started talking about the ever-increasing cost of living in the United States of America. Living in the United States of America has become an increasingly overwhelming burden, leaving little room for savings and financial stability. In cities like New York, Miami, San Francisco, Los Angeles, even generating a six-figure annual income can no longer guarantee a comfortable lifestyle, as housing prices and everyday expenses far outpace wage growth. Americans are in for a true dilemma. Of course, inflation has only made matters worse, driving up the costs of essentials and further putting strains on household incomes. Today, the average American household spends over $7,000 per month just to cover basic necessities. Needless to say, this amount is unsustainable for millions of Americans. As financial pressures mount, many are left wondering whether the American dream is still attainable or not, or if it's time to explore more affordable alternatives elsewhere, like moving to Latin America or Europe. Let's start with the biggest financial strain: housing. In major US cities, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment ranges from $2,000 to $3,500 a month, with prices soaring even higher in hotspots like New York, San Francisco, or Honolulu. Moving to the suburbs sounds like a more reasonable decision, where rents can dip to around $1,500 a month. But then there are utilities, internet, electricity, water, the essentials you need on a daily basis. These essentials typically add another $300 to your monthly living costs. Factor in renter's insurance, maintenance fees, and unexpected costs, and it's actually quite easy to see how you're gonna get to at least $2,000 per month for your home. For many, housing is no longer an expense, it's an obstacle to financial freedom. On the other hand, let's talk about housing in Asuncion, Paraguay. Housing costs in Asuncion, Paraguay are a true game changer for everyone looking to escape the ultra-high housing costs in the United States of America. In the heart of the city, a modern one-bedroom apartment rents for as little as $400 per month, assuming a 12-month contract. But you see, $400 a month is a lot less than $1,500 a month in the suburbs in major US cities, or the $2,000 to $3,500 per month if you wanted to live in one of the major cities across the United States. If you do need more space, a three-bedroom apartment in a desirable neighborhood would cost you around $800 per month, offering plenty of room for families and those working remotely. A high-rise apartment in one of the newest buildings, including gym, fitness center, rooftop terrace, where even the most basic apartment would cost at least 3 to 5 times the amounts that we're talking about in Asuncion, Paraguay, you can understand why so many Americans are leaving the United States for Paraguay. Right here in Asuncion, Paraguay, where I am located, your money stretches much further, offering a superior quality of life. Next, let's talk about buying property in the United States of America. Owning a property in the United States of America has become an increasingly difficult to achieve dream, with the median price now surpassing $400,000 US. And in major metropolitan areas, prices can easily climb above the $1 million mark. On the other hand, Asuncion offers remarkable affordability for everyday Americans, including those working remotely. A modern three-bedroom house in an upscale neighborhood can be purchased for around $150,000 to $200,000 US, often featuring spacious layouts, private gardens, and high-quality finishes. Even in the prime areas with gated communities, amenities security and amenities like pool and gym, home prices remain significantly lower than in the United States of America. For investors, Paraguay's real estate market offers an incredible opportunity. Property prices are well below international averages. And with a growing economy, increasing foreign interest, and very, very low property taxes, it is a market poised for long-term appreciation. Let's break down utilities in the US. Utilities in the United States of America are yet another big burden Americans have to overcome. On average, an American household spends roughly $114 monthly on electricity, $70 on water, about $100 on gas, bringing the total to nearly $300 per month before adding internet to the equation. In hotter climates, electricity costs, including air conditioning, can drive up prices above $200 for the median American household. You see, these unavoidable expenses make it really difficult for the average American household to save money and create the financial future that they want for themselves. What about utilities in Asuncion, Paraguay? In Asuncion, utility costs are refreshingly affordable when compared to the United States of America, where it is very difficult for the average American to save money while paying these very high monthly utility costs. High-speed internet in Asuncion, Paraguay can be purchased for as little as $30 per month. You see, even during peak seasons, households typically spend less than $120 per month on utilities. Transportation costs in the US. Owning a car in the US comes with a hefty price tag, with gas prices fluctuating between $3.50 to $4 a gallon, or even higher in certain states. Fuel costs alone can take a huge chunk out of your monthly budget. On top of that, car insurance averages about $1,600 annually. And of course, then you have routine maintenance, oil changes, tire replacements, unexpected repairs, and many other things can easily add another $1,200 annually. Tickets, parking fees, and tolls add a lot more money to your monthly budget. What about transportation in Asuncion, Paraguay? In Asuncion, Paraguay, monthly transportation is a lot more budget-friendly than stateside. While gasoline prices hover around $1.30 per liter, that's roughly $5 per gallon. Most residents use their cars a lot less than they do in the US because the market here is a lot more compressed. For those who prefer private transportation without commitment, ride-sharing apps like Uber cost about $2 to $4 per ride, which is a fraction of the cost you're looking at in the United States of America. Even longer rides across the city typically cost under $5 per trip. One of the biggest concerns Americans have in the 21st century is the ever-increasing healthcare cost in the US. On average, an American living in the United States of America spends about $5,300 annually on insurance premiums. And that doesn't even cover deductibles or co-pays or out-of-pocket expenses. A routine doctor's visit without insurance can cost around $200 to $300, while emergency room visits can cost into the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. What about healthcare in Asuncion, Paraguay? Well, let me tell you this. Healthcare is actually quite affordable in the South American Jam. A visit to a private doctor right here in Asuncion, Paraguay typically costs you $30 to $50 per visit. What about health insurance plans in Asuncion, Paraguay? If you're looking for a more extensive plan, you're going to pay at least $80 per month, but most likely not more than $150 per month. And these plans are offering a wide variety of benefits, including hospital stays, surgeries, and specialized treatments. You see, healthcare costs a fraction of what you're accustomed to paying stateside. Prescription medication is definitely affordable in Asuncion, Paraguay as well. Food costs in the United States. Over the past years, grocery prices in the United States have surged tremendously, placing a much heavier burden on household incomes than ever before. Right now, a gallon of milk can cost around $4. You're looking at around $2.50 to $3.50 per loaf of bread. And a dozen eggs can cost cost around $4 to $5. You see, if you're an American family of 4, your monthly grocery costs can easily reach $1,000 to $1,300, which is a significant increase when compared to just a few short years ago. The rising cost of living crisis America is in today is felt across the board. Dining out certainly does not offer a relief to everyday Americans either. Meals for a couple at a mid-range restaurant can easily reach $50, excluding desserts, tips, or drinks. The prices of eating out in places like California have skyrocketed. Due to the minimum wage increase in California, dining out has become very expensive. How do we look with food costs in Asuncion, Paraguay? In Asuncion, Paraguay, grocery prices are far more manageable. A gallon of milk costs about $2.50 in Asuncion, Paraguay. And believe it or not, you can find a loaf of bread for as little as $1. And a dozen eggs costs you around $2. A pound of potatoes, tomatoes, or carrots costs as little as 50 cents. When it comes to dining out, Asuncion does not only offer great value, it offers a superior dining experience with much better food quality than what you get stateside. A 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant costs you around $25 to $30. And the local food scene in Asuncion, Paraguay is unlike anything that you have experienced in the United States of America. Another very important point is, of course, education for your children. The US education system places a tremendous burden not only on children, but even more so on families. Childcare alone is a significant expense and can cost around $1,200 per month. Private school tuition for elementary or secondary school can easily exceed $20,000 per year. Private colleges and universities can easily cost over $40,000 annually. The good news that I have for you inside this video is that education in Asuncion, Paraguay is a lot more affordable than stateside. Childcare for infants and small children costs around $300 to $500 per month. Private schools are very affordable here, ranging from $2,000 to $4,000 annually. This truly is a fraction of the $20,000 you would have to pay in the United States of America. Last but not least, one of the most important points: taxes in the United States. Taxes in the US can be a significant burden to average Americans. Federal income taxes may vary from 10 to 37%. Many states also have state taxes. In Paraguay, personal income taxes are capped at 10%, meaning you're never going to pay more than 10% in income taxes. The same is also true for corporate taxes, which are also capped at 10%. You see, I have explained the cost of living between the United States of America and Paraguay for a reason. I want to make your life easier by relocating to a country where your dollars go a lot further. Asuncion, Paraguay does not only allow you to lower your living costs, but you will increase your quality of life simultaneously. And best of all, you can relocate to this beautiful country in South America, obtain temporary residency, own properties, own firearms legally, and pay a lot less in taxes than what you are accustomed to back home. If you are interested in relocating to Paraguay and working with the #1 relocation agency in Paraguay, please book a consultation with Nomad Elite today. You should see our website displayed on the screen. Go to nomadelite.com and book your consultation now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I look forward to welcoming you to Asuncion, Paraguay.